Recently, Pope Francis launched a 2-year synod on synodality.
The church needs a synod because we are at our best when we walk together.
In the coming weeks, we will hold several synod discernment sessions.
And we need to become who we are.
And synodality really is a process of listening.
Listening, hearing, discerning, and acting.
A worldwide synod? Yes, this is the way God works. As Pope Francis says, he's a God of surprises.
These are no longer spiritual leaders. These are clowns in a demonic clown show. Mission and journey and pathways and accompaniment and any of the other gay little slogans that they like to trot out in place of doctrine and dogma and moral theology. So incredibly sick of it because it's on purpose.
Listening, hearing, discerning, and acting.
Because here in the real world, this is what we're all dealing with. This is what's coming, friends.
Stel je nou eens voor dat met één druk op de knop jouw toegang tot sociale media-accounts kan worden ontzegd omdat je fake news hebt verspreid. Je rijbewijs niet meer geldig is omdat je in een te vervuilende auto rijdt. Je straks geen vliegticket meer kan boeken omdat je al te veel CO2 zou hebben uitgestoten. Of je de toegang tot het OV wordt ontzegd omdat je niet gevaccineerd bent. Het klinkt misschien onrealistisch, maar het is binnenkort allemaal mogelijk. Want de Europese Commissie kondigde in juni 2021 de officiële plannen aan voor een Europese digitale identiteit. Deze European Digital ID is een applicatie waarin al je persoonsgegevens centraal worden opgeslagen. Dan mag je simpelweg niets meer. De testfase gaat dit jaar in en de Nederlandse regering schrijft in het regeerakkoord dat ze het voortouw willen nemen in de ontwikkeling van deze Digital ID. Wie zit hier nou in hemelsnaam op te wachten? En het World Economic Forum betoogt dat een digitale identiteit noodzakelijk is om een aantal redenen.
Maybe it's time to turn back to God? Because that's what the godless have in mind for you. You think maybe it's time? And I would say this, as we say on practically every one of these episodes, do not count out the fact that in the face of such abject evil, we are going to be surprised by many good men who are going to step to the fore. So I'm not trying to disrespect the good priests and bishops out there, cardinals who are out there. There are many good ones who are going to stand up, good and holy men who are going to stand up. Some of them have already manned up. And I say, God bless you, your excellencies, your eminences, fathers, whoever you are. God bless you. Thank you, Archbishop Vigano. Thank you, Bishop Schneider and Strickland and the rest. Thank you, Pastor Pawlowski.
Still a prisoner, but in his own home, Pastor Artur Pawlowski is on house arrest.
I'm very grateful to be with my wife and my children and spend this time with them, but I'm still a prisoner.
And most recently, thank you, Bishop Thomas J. Tobin of Rhode Island, for your courage in tweeting this out. I am convinced that if the church is to prosper in the present age, it cannot hesitate to embrace and support traditional Catholics, traditional liturgies, and traditional moral values. Do not conform yourself to this age. St. Paul warned the followers of Christ in Romans 12:2. God bless you, Your Excellency. Did you feel that, friends, when you heard those words, when you read those words? The words of Mother Church, an heroic pastor, unafraid to speak, casting off the shackles of collegiality and political correctness and wokeness and saying what needs to be said. A few more bishops, a few more cardinals would say that they could change the world. It's exactly right. It's the truth of Christ. We read it from the Bible itself. Do not conform, says St. Paul. Do not conform with the forces of darkness that are seeking to take control of the world, that are seeking to crucify Jesus Christ all over again. This is not just our fight. We must call on our spiritual shepherds like Bishop Tobin, God bless him. Call on them to lead this crusade. We will fall in. We will follow you. We will fight for you. Just finally call the crusade. Please, for God's sake, call the crusade now. And until they do, we as lay people will make our voice their conscience. That's why we're out here week after week, practically shouting at them, shouting at Francis. We will become your conscience until you do the right thing, until you come back to Christ. No one else will do it. We'll do it. People say, it'll never work. It'll never work. They don't care. They're all apostates. Really? Do you have a better plan? Do you have any better ideas on what we should do right now? Because it seems like a pretty good one to me.
Let us also cry out, we who are living stones of the temple of God. Let us cry out with faith to the Lord, so that he may give a voice to his disciples who today are mute, and so that the terrible death for which the administration of the Lord's vineyard are responsible may be repaired.
The Catholic Church, if it woke up tomorrow, if it woke up next week, it would change history. It would knock this globalist demonic cabal on its lower spinal extremity. It would be over. So it's a good idea to try to wake them up. And it's a good idea for us to become Archbishop Fulton Sheen's lay people, the lay apostles, who have the minds, says Sheen, who have the eyes and the ears to save the church, and whose mission, says Archbishop Fulton Sheen, is to see that priests act like priests, that bishops act like bishops, and yes, that popes act like popes. Excellencies, eminences, fathers, pastors, we're waiting. And so is God. Time is running out. Make your stand. Stand for Christ the King right now, and we will follow.